All right, so what's up, our viewers? Today we have two amazing individuals that made it to our studio. We have Victor Garibay, and we also have Walter Otoniel here with us today, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Anytime. And look, you guys look sharp, dressed, wearing coats and everything. Like, seriously, this is the style that everybody has nowadays. Is very chill.
We all did our hair. We all did our hair.
I mean, we all did our hair too.
Right? Looking fly, looking fly.
But, so we wanted to get you guys on our podcast. So one of the things about me and Mike is we always like to make sure our viewers get to see a variety of different people that we work with, people in the business. And you guys are very local to West Hollywood. So we like to know more about, hey, what do you guys do? And our public viewers always like to see, hey, who does Eli and Mike work with? Like, what are the collaborators they have? Where do they get their knowledge? Because a lot of things that we look into is we find out that people want to get educated. People want to know more about whatever it is out there in the field of business, of how they can grow themselves. Branding, relationships, there's so many different things that we might tap into.
Yes.
So Victor, you were brought up to me by one of our close account executives that works for a bank named Nilo.
Mr. Nilo.
Hey, Nilo. So,
Yes.
So he brought you up and I'm like, hey, like, talk to me about Victor. What's he all about? I see that he's a verified individual on Instagram. Yes. He must be doing something right.
Don't believe anything.
Okay. So, but obviously you're here, and we'd love to hear your story. So me and Mike would love to ask you a few things, and Walter, you're here, and you're part of you're victim to the conversation now.
I am.
Yes, I know you guys are doing ventures together and so many different things, from real estate to you guys have an app going on right now, WatchPlus. When we were speaking with Mr. Nilo, he was telling us so many different things that you guys do. So we're like, oh my God, we're gonna talk to him in person because we need to break this all down. So I know, what projects are you guys working on currently? You have this amazing app, which you guys are gonna be like the next Netflix or Prime or what is this? You guys talk to us about this.
Correct.
Okay, you want to start off with WatchPlus?
Yes, WatchPlus. That sounds amazing.
Okay, so WatchPlus is our new streaming service. It's a home for anyone that wants to be a creator. So what we focus on is people with a following. We want to give them a place where typically they probably wouldn't have a chance to create something on a bigger scale.
Yes.
Whether it's a series or a movie.
Yes.
Okay.
This concept was originated by Walter.
Mr. Walter.
Let's go.
Gives me too much credit.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yes.
And
No, exactly what you were saying is I think the markets have seen the influencers not too much like actors, right? Where they don't put their acting skills too serious.
Yes.
And a lot of them have so much creativity and they've all had their own plans to make film or series or TV shows. And that's exactly what we are giving them a chance to. We can put the financing to back everything up.
Amazing.
And with their already natural following that they have, they have people who are going to watch it already.
Right.
So we decided to just make a home for all that.
Wow.
To make it easier for them to put out their talents out there, to see whatever creativity and show, because I think that's where all the creativity comes from, right? I think Netflix opened the door for new content from maybe individuals who weren't heard of as much.
Yes.
And I think that we started realizing that the content that they have is fantastic and it's great. And so we just wanted to open the door a little more for that and invite all these creators and content creators to be able to just have a home and a distribution platform for their ideas.
That's powerful.
I love that. I love the fact that you find a niche in something that hasn't yet been created, because that's really what I think is the new business is always finding a new way of resource, which Netflix brings in this scope of different types of business people, like these celebrities, these movie stars, and then you have others that are unfortunately neglected. Even though they made it to some extent, but they're neglected, and you're here creating an avenue for them, which is it's a magical dream come true for a lot of people.
Exactly.
And these individuals work very, very hard. It's just they're neglected because, there's not the platform like you said. And, even in the real estate world, sometimes these influencers, they're newer, maybe they're a little bit more younger, and a lot of agents or agencies are not helping these individuals because they're neglected because they think they're young or they don't, understand real estate, but in reality, they're, very intelligent. They have a lot of things going on. That's why they're called creators, but they just don't have that platform, or they don't have, let's say an agency like a real estate agency or a mortgage company helping them because people just don't believe in them. And you guys are taking that extra step to believe in these individuals who are amazing. They just need that platform. So
I feel for that, because even ourselves, we're building our own platform ourselves, and we can also feel in that particular area ourselves, like, why aren't we're doing so much, we're creating so many avenues of wealth, but we're not yet where we want to be, or not seen as much. So I know where that's coming from. For us, that's like, hey, what about that? Could work for something in our avenue, because we might say, hey, Walter, hook us up with some kind of scene or something.
right. I'm like, we'll be on there soon.
We'll buy a
WatchPlus,
a car or something.
right.
Just like on Netflix or these other platforms, we will have genres like, for car lovers, real estate, et cetera, et cetera. And, there's so much cool real estate content like that I have seen on TikTok as well. Like the way they show homes or like New York apartments or something.
Right. Yes.
Imagine being able to create a series out of that, and that would be
so powerful.
That sounds really cool.
Powerful.
And to add to what Vic was saying right now, imagine how much talent is being hidden away by a lack of opportunity, right? Or distribution.
Right. Yes.
You have no idea what the next content creator may bring to the table. They may change certain dynamics, certain chemistry in the game, right? But they never had the distribution or the platform for it. So that's exactly what we're just trying to evolve more. Is exactly that.
With your experience, Walter, do you believe that the reason that happens is because there's the popular demand sometimes is money or people So obviously people in high places, they say, hey, producing company or Netflix, I know all these people, so automatically you're going to give me what I want. Versus the outcasts, we'll call them, or people like that haven't got there yet, but yet they have the talent, they have the knowledge, they have the information that people should get out to the public. They don't have those connections. They don't have the wealth. They don't have the relationship yet. So do you feel like that those are the people that you're most likely acquiring, and then eventually they'll go to Netflix, or you're looking to do something different with these individuals?
I mean, I think you said it perfectly correct. I think a lot of them may not have the connections or even the money to be able to back up their dream, or their film, or their whatever idea, imagination they have. And I think that, certain gatekeepers prevent certain, evolvement of certain things for whatever reason, right? I'm not gonna get into semantics, but I definitely think that if we can bring them our way and show the world the talent that's been hidden, right? Wow. I think absolutely these other companies may at some point decide, hey, we may have overlooked some stuff.
Right.
Obviously, we love
they
to
will.
keep
They
them
will.
with
Yes.
us,
of course.
Right? We love for them to stay with us, but we'll never get in the way of someone's progress.
Definitely.
Amazing.
Definitely.
What is your inspiration, both of you guys? Like, we'll start with you, Victor. Like, why are you in this business of helping produce these individuals from A to Z and see them grow? Like, why are you into this? Like, because I know you were in mortgage, you were in real estate. I see some of your Instagram videos or some of your TikTok videos. What is the purpose that you have with this?
Entertainment has always been something that fascinated me.
Yes.
And it was always a dream of mine. It was a dream of mine that I ended up putting to the side because I had to make a living.
Right.
So then, then once I was able to make a living, I slowly started to get involved in creating. It was, when social media was new, right?
Yes.
And I was seeing what they were doing, and I was kind of just tagging along from project to project and seeing everything they were doing from scratch. And something that really inspired me was seeing how there was this community of people that were just friends, and they were kind of like helping each other grow, and
love that.
Everything that they were working at is like they're putting so much effort and learning as they go. So now with WatchPlus, we have the opportunity to teach them how to scale it up.
Amazing.
How to do how to plan for a bigger project.
Yeah.
Which we're actually finding ourselves like doing. We're educating people.
Love this.
Absolutely.
So you're helping, you're educating, and that's just one of your drives in all of this, helping people, right? And I know you actually were in real estate and mortgages. So did you kind of use that to help you to get here so you could help more people? Because obviously real estate and loans, mortgages is helping people as well. But this is like a whole another ballgame. You guys are going to like be worldwide. helping people, not just, I'm helping somebody in Los Angeles or I'm helping somebody in Beverly Hills. Now it's like we're going worldwide helping people. It's kind of like the same concept, but did you use real estate so you can get into this level of helping even more people?
I guess you could say that. I got into real estate in general by chance.
Love it.
Jim, who is somebody that I praise a lot, he was the founder of the firm that I worked at. It was commercial construction.
Okay.
Financing, and he taught me everything, from A to Z. And then once it started working and I started generating money and seeing how that worked, then I started to think like, how can I do more with what I've been able to learn?
Love it.
And then how can I put that into things where it might help others grow as well, but we can grow together?
Yes, exactly.
So essentially, yes.
Right.
To answer your question, I believe I did use that to help.
Love that.
But I feel like it kind of helped me actually just start in general, because I didn't even know, I just landed it.
Oh my God, I love that.
I mean, it still sells to a certain extent. You still have to produce and do something,
right?
And that's definitely a different way of executing how your intentions are.
Yeah.
And Walter, for yourself, like, is it the same story for you? You feel that's the reason you do it, or is there a different story for you?
No, exactly the same. I stumbled in the entertainment business.
Okay.
I had a restaurant at that time. And I overheard a conversation with two producers, and the guy needed like 10 grand to develop a show idea, right? And me just wanting the financial add to it, right? I overheard him, and whoever he was talking to had said no. And this was a client of mine, a customer of mine, who used to come almost eat at my restaurant all the time.
Okay.
And I offered it to him. And I said, hey, I'll give you the 10 grand, give me 10% on
Oh,
top of that.
Okay.
And it will be great.
All right.
I had no
way.
idea what producing credit was.
Yeah.
I had no idea how residuals or any of that worked. And he went to New York. He pitched the show. He got it picked up. Came back to me and said, Walter, here's your money. And I said, great. I thought that was the end of that story. And
no way, this is amazing.
I'm gonna give you co-producer credit.
Wow.
And I said, is he trying not to pay me? Are you trying to give me in lieu of money this? And he said, no, I'm gonna give you your money and I'm gonna give you a co-producer. And then after the show was done and everything, I started getting residual checks.
Okay, nice.
And I was like, holy smokes, this is
no way.
That's happening.
Yeah.
That's how you get paid.
Oh wow.
And that's how I stumbled into the entertainment world.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah. So literally, you by chance and you stumbled into the entertainment world, and look at what you guys are doing now, helping people, and it was all by chance. You know what I mean? That's so awesome.
I think most people, though, if you really think about the economics of people's employment or what they do for careers, I stumbled into mortgage. I didn't plan to do this. I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to do accounting.
Yeah.
I'm in mortgage.
Right.
And we run this company here in Beverly Hills. Mike, you never wanted to be.
Yes, I was going to be in dental. It was like medical. It had nothing to do with this. And now here I am in real estate.
Doing the podcast. Like, what's going on? What's happening here?
Exactly.
But that's the beauty of life. And this is why we enjoy doing these for you guys as our viewers, is having a variety of differences. Everybody here has so many different vices in their life. They want to do things and they don't understand that there's so many different things you could do, from the business you're running, the business we're running, and we can incorporate and build those relationships together by just knowing more people. And now you know one another, or at least us. Hey, I know these guys in Beverly Hills that do mortgages and real estate.
Yes.
You do commercial, they do all that. Maybe you don't do that anymore. And same thing goes for us, right?
Right. And I think, Mr. Walt, also you were in the commercial real estate game as well, correct?
Yeah, once I started getting in some money, I needed to diversify my portfolio, of course. So I got into a commercial real estate.
Oh my God,
so
amazing.
I got a couple of properties in Sherman Oaks.
Love it.
Not too far from here.
Okay.
And I bought my property in Mount Olympus.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That was how I
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, Mount Olympus?
Yeah.
I mean, that name of that just, it's, I don't even know if I should ask how the house looks, but it sounds very godly.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes, there's a Zeus on the top of the house with a lightning bolt.
Right.
I high five them every time I go up.
There you go. Exactly.
Watch
over me. Yeah, definitely. But obviously, being in the commercial real estate, like you said, it helps you diverse your money in different places. Let you put your money in other places, but also so you could help people as well, because having commercial real estate or multifamily is something that we do. It's to help people once again. You know, we're in this industry to help people, and I just love what you guys are doing with the WatchPlus, because I know so many people are gonna get involved with this and see you guys for what you're doing. You know, you're even gonna be starting a platform yourself.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah, we're building a course platform for educating people in the mortgage industry, as well as real estate. There's some, but what we're planning on is something more to the fact of certifying, not giving something accredited through the more formal schools from the state where you're kind of supposed to go through that side, but more to use that as a tool to hire. So if you know you've been in mortgages, you've been in the real estate business, what's one of the worst things that you run into when you hire people is you don't know what talent is until you see what they're doing. You just see them, oh, maybe they know how to talk. I hear them on the phone. They know how to sell. Then you sit them in the field and you're like, this guy doesn't know anything. Or maybe something's wrong, or maybe they're not understanding. Just because you have a license, it doesn't automatically make you a salesperson. You just got a paper. Oh, here you go. I can now do it legally. So that course allows us to not necessarily teach, but more like screen them, take it, then we'll interview you.
Definitely. Great. Yeah.
And then they pay for it, because the fact is, if you pay for something, you'll honor the system a little bit better versus if it's free. Nobody really cares for free stuff. It's sad. It's true. I mean, what was that story? We had a story once where somebody said, somebody in my family had said, hey, I'm going to give my dog away for free. They give the dog away for free, and the dog died. It was not maintained well. Nobody cared about it. It wasn't, I know it's sad. But the next time the litter had more puppies, they sold the dog, and every single person that owns the dogs love their dogs. Wow. Somehow there's this mental state of human mind where if you pay for something, you're going to honor it a lot better versus, I just got it.
Sometimes free is not always the best, you know.
It isn't. As much as we like the word free really, it doesn't give any value.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the issue. But that's what we're creating, and that's our plan. So that aside from obviously mortgage and real estate, that's our core main of our business. But
so we're super inspired by you guys, because what you guys are creating is helping just like us as well. And something that we're really inspired by as well by you guys is, I know you guys are huge on marketing or getting yourselves out there and being seen. So obviously you're building WatchPlus and you have to be seen. And one thing that you do, Vic, is you show up a lot to Hulu events, Netflix events, Paramount Pictures. I think that's so amazing. Prime. How do you have like the strength to go out there and just go to these like amazing events and be seen by so many people? I know you're doing this for yourself to be seen and get your brand out there, but it takes a lot to do that. You know, how do you get out there and do this every day? Like it's amazing. If you guys see his Instagram, you can see all the events he shows up to, and that takes work, you know, to be around these big time players. Like I said, Netflix, Prime, it's pretty big.
Well, honestly, I feel like no one sees me.
Okay.
Coming from the verified Instagram.
Right,
okay,
yeah, exactly. The one with the blue check mark. We love it. We love it.
I go there to see them.
Okay. Yes.
I'm there to appreciate what they've done.
Right.
And
that's crazy because they're inviting you, by the way. He's like their VIP guest. So just saying. But yes.
So when you put it like that, it's funny because I didn't think of it. I'm usually there to like appreciate someone else's work. You know.
Yes.
So I guess it doesn't take a lot of effort other than just getting dressed, do your hair, and look good. But I genuinely go there for them. So I guess mentality was, I don't feel like eyes are on me. I have conversations, and I do try to network, which I'm not always good at.
Got it. Okay.
I like to.
You're like, I'm the network.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you more of an introvert, or is that why? Or?
I just like having more conversations that don't have to do with work.
Oh,
right.
So
I feel you on that.
So we've developed a great formula when we do these things together, and he has his strengths and I have my strengths, but we also have our weaknesses, and we balance off.
Nice,
which is perfect.
Yeah. Love that.
So there's a friendship between you guys too. How you guys go? How long have you guys known each other? How long have you guys known each other?
Yesterday.
No, stop.
Right. I was like, this is a good relationship.
Oh,
right.
Wow. It's not even 24 hours.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, my God.
And all these projects are being created. Yeah.
It's been like, 4 years now? Yeah, 4 years.
Amazing. And you know what? I have to say, it does help when you have a business partner with you when you're out there networking. So if you're somebody who it's hard for you to get out there and network, find that business partner who you can go out there and piggyback off of. You know, I go with Eli all the time as well, and we're just if I can't carry the conversation, Eli can, or if he has to, you know, network with somebody, bring something up, he will do it, start the conversation, whatever we have to do. But it's so much more better when you have that business partner with you, and you guys have been doing it for 4+ years, and it's working for you guys, right? And for us, we've been doing it for 12+ years, so it's been working for us too, right? Thank you so much.
It's kind of like,
thank you. Yeah, it's actually, as of yesterday, it was 12 years of business, and it's been thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I don't know how we did it, but we did it.
So find that business partner. It's so important.
No, we're like you said, we were each other's best and bads. Like he's better at certain things than I ever would be. I wouldn't even try it. I feel like his eccentricity is beyond mine, and I'm just a little bit more like you know how you don't like having those business conversations? I actually like having the business conversations. He doesn't. Like we'll talk business all day, but as soon as it starts getting too fun, I'm already out. It's time for me to go home.
I'm like, I'll take the fun part.
He'll take the fun part, and then I'm like, hey, the business is over. Let's go. And he's like,
I'm like, one more champagne.
The fun just started. The fun just started. I'm like, no, it's over. It's over.
You guys are like, what are the numbers? And then we're like, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Wow.
Right.
Okay. We'll have to switch numbers here. We'll have long conversations about work.
Yeah.
How boring is that, though? Jesus, what's wrong with us?
Right. We'll make it fun.
But you know, you guys are really cool dudes, and I appreciate you guys being on here. So another question I have, right? So besides the business and relationship and partnerships and stuff like that, are you guys, you know, do you guys have kids? Do you guys have a family? What kind of background do you guys have? I mean, where were you guys born?
Oh, sure. I was born here in LA, born and raised.
Love it.
I have a son, Brandon.
Okay. No kidding.
There you go. Brandon, let's go.
Yeah, that's mine.
Love it. How old is your son?
He's 11.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
He's an aspiring soccer player.
Amazing. All right. Yes. Powerful. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
And Mr. Vic?
Just me.
There you go. Yeah.
Sometimes that is just enough. You know, because I have 2 kids. We have a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old daughter. So
yes, and we asked that question because sometimes everybody has their own drive, their own why, and for us, it definitely is our children. Kids, You know, we want to leave a legacy for them, and that's not for everybody. You know what I mean?
I do want it. It's just I feel like it's gonna happen when it's supposed to, right?
Exactly.
And I feel the same way. Legacy.
Right. Yes.
Everything that I do for that boy.
Yeah.
And I train him as well. You know, I show him that dad's success isn't as easy as he thinks, because sometimes he sees, you know, like, oh, dad, you just closed this big deal, congratulations. You know, and he may sometimes see checks and think that it all comes easy. And I try to tell him all the time, I had to work 15 years really hard in order to make now much easier for myself.
So true.
And I tell them all the time, like, the competition that you're going to be up against is a lot different than the competition I was against, right? Like sometimes I use the example of this generation of kids. You know, you got some of these kids right now making millions of dollars.
Yes.
Right. And I tell them all the time,
so like, true.
It's a different generation. You know, you're coming in against a whole different world that opposed to the one that I came into, right? And so I try to build up to him, and I try to tell him, like, hey, listen, you know, maintaining is harder than building, at least for me, right? Because I love to build, I like to create.
Yes.
Maintaining is a whole other aspect of it all, you know. And like I tell him, listen, dad built the empire, but it's gonna be up to you to maintain it.
Right.
It's much easier to destroy if you don't know what you're coming into. Than it is to start something from scratch.
Amazing.
So true. Amazing. You know, I can so relate to that, because my mind is all over the place. I want to do everything now. Like, I want to do the course. I want to do real estate, mortgage, investing, collaborations, influencing, like social media.
Right.
I want it all to happen simultaneously, but I know that I've heard from other influencers that sometimes you got to just strive in finishing that product or that whatever it is that project is, one step at a time. Otherwise, everything kind of turns out into a mess.
Right.
So it's been something that I've always had a hard time with. Also, I can relate to the fact that you said about people that want to already be in your shoes and they don't understand how long it took you to get there. So I have people that are in their mortgage and real estate business. They're like, oh, how do I become Eli and Mike? Oh, 20 years from now, you'll become Eli and Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been in business for 22 years, Mike.
About 7 in real estate.
7 in real estate. So it's not easy. We wake up and luckily we might get a referral right off the boat, like very quickly, just because we've been in the business for a while.
Right.
Same thing, I'm sure you'll get a call. Somebody say, hey, by the way, I know you're in it. How do we make this happen? I'm sure it's the same for you, Victor. Same for us. But like you said, we've been marinating and swimming in it for a while. It's definitely not easy.
Yeah, and like you said, they see the checks. You know, for ourselves as well, we have a Ferrari. It's very shiny. We have chrome wrap on it, and actually, as of today, it's been changed from chrome wrap to like Dorothy glitter red slippers. So we're gonna pick it up tomorrow. And most people are like, oh, the flashy cars, the glitter, the suits. And, you know, again, like Eli said, 20 years in the industry getting to this level, or 7 for me. And it does take a lot of time. You know what I mean? Yes, there's a lot of flash there, but you have to put in a lot of hard work.
The marketing, for it, we're in West Hollywood.
Yeah, and it is all about marketing when it comes to the Ferraris. You know, our agents on our teams use them, and it shows the success of our company. Speaking of supercars, I know that you're really into cars. So I've seen on your Instagram Bugattis and Rolls Royces. And how did you get into cars? You know, what makes you so inspired by that?
Sure.
When I started working in the financing, I was driving a Honda Civic that my mom helped me get.
Okay.
Because she had gifted me a Subaru Legacy 1994. At the time, I mistreated it because I didn't appreciate it. Then I started making more money. I got my Honda. But then when I really started making money, friends was like, get a new car. I was like, okay. So I did. So I started with the BMW.
Okay.
Started upgrading.
Friends were like in my ears. They're like, get the M series, and then from M series, it just kept escalating, and it just became a crazy habit.
Oh wow! Okay. A crazy habit from a Honda Civic, you said?
Yeah.
From his crazy habit is from Honda Civics to Rolls Royce, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a crazy habit.
But I mean, the thing is, I can't even tell you, like, so much like what engine they have and 0 to 60 things. Like I just want to drive it.
Okay.
Yes.
And,
okay.
That's so I just want people not to look at me when I drive.
Oh my God. Me too. But
wow.
But we have shiny cars. It's his idea. I go with it, but everybody just stares at us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in the whole time, like,
yeah,
are they looking at
pretty
me?
psycho.
Or you can't. Yeah. I mean, it's fun.
Definitely. Yes.
So
do you have like an ultimate car that you want?
Right now. I'm like,
I think you had them all already.
Oh my God, no.
All right.
I went through my share of them. Was very blessed too. It was fun.
Like, what is your share of like your last 3 amazing cars?
Oh, the last ones. I mean, I guess. Currently I have a Rolls Royce Cullinan.
Oh my God, amazing! Yes, and, those are so beautiful.
Yeah, they're very beautiful.
Oh wow!
And I just sold an Aventador 50th anniversary.
Amazing.
Okay.
Nice. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Year,
Wow.
Only
Okay,
to
so the
name
best
a few.
of the best. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard all those cars, but you might want to look them up.
So producing the business that Victor and Walter do is definitely working for them for sure. Like they're having these fancy cars. 3 of the last ones are seriously people just like will thirst for severely. Like we have a Ferrari and we think we're like, oh, we got to do a lot better, but you got 3 of them. So it's hands down for sure.
Yeah. They're amazing. But yeah, I mean, I even see kids nowadays. We have a mutual friend and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up with my friend, and they're teenagers and they pull up
Yes.
with Petron.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see this and you're like, what?
Yes, exactly.
What's wrong with this picture?
Right.
But yeah, no, good for them. It's fun.
Right.
It's definitely easier for people to do a lot more now without the technology. The YouTubes. I mean, you can do so much now with funneling marketing. I mean, there's so many ways of making money. And I think if parents, here's my thought, if parents allow their kids to be very creative, I'm against a little bit, I'm sorry guys, but I'm a little bit up against the whole regular school system. I feel like it's not educating people the right way. But I feel like if we as parents, you're not a parent yet, but maybe in the future, you'll
Right,
feel
yeah,
you'll
there
feel
you go,
this, and
love it,
maybe
love
you agree with us, but the educational system isn't that great, and I feel like all this entrepreneurial spirit, the technology, the use of social media is helping kids now learn. Hey, I could do so much better if I just detach the chains off of me from going to school. Go if you want to, if that's your choice, do your thing. But if it isn't, hey, the world's open for you to learn anything you want. What is it that I, as a parent, can equip you as my child to do what you want to do?
Right.
And we just, because we work hard for that, right? Like you would equip your son to do his soccer ventures, whatever he needs to do, whatever you want, son. Same thing for us. Like, hey, what do you want? If you want we're working on the YouTube room for our son.
Right. Yes.
Whatever you want, but I need you to tell me you want it. I'm not gonna force it on you.
Yeah.
And that's super cool. How
really want to see him want it too. Right?
Hey, absolutely.
Exactly.
But that's the whole thing, right? Kids nowadays, they're making all this kind of money because some of them are detaching from those chains from school and say, why would I go to school? We know a billionaire, Bobby Castro.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's a billionaire. He when did he flunk school? Third grade, I believe. He flunked school in third grade, and he's a billionaire. So it's kind of, it just tells you,
right?
Well,
Yeah, I
good for
know,
him,
right? I'm like, yes.
And I went to college too. I mean, I mean, I went through all that, but the fact is, the necessity isn't always there if it doesn't go with you. If it just doesn't go with you. I mean, if you're gonna be a surgeon, please go to school. But please go to all the schools you need to. But
I mean, I still have nightmares of not turning in my homework.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Well, we have an exam after. So
wow.
100 questions.
Oh my God, where do I?
Right, exactly. But it really goes back to, like, again, the whole app that you guys are creating, the WatchPlus. Again, kids are they're not able to go do what their talents are because they don't have these platforms. And again, you guys are creating that for people, which is so phenomenal. And it could be for anyone, even kids. The platform you guys have, our platform that we are creating is, more tailored to someone in the adult world of business, somebody going on a business venture. So it's not for like everybody, but something like your platform that, is worldwide television or apps, or you could watch it on your phone. I mean, you guys are going to create so much for the world with this. And it's such an honor to be sitting here with you guys. Honestly, likewise. It truly is. No, thank you.
Is the app already released? Is it something people can publicly download?
Not yet. It's fully finished. But we're waiting to shoot 10 different contents before we put it out there.
Wonderful.
Amazing. We're working on the seventh one right now.
Okay.
So we're almost there.
Just know that we are totally devoted to helping you guys.
Right, there you go. Exactly.
See, this happened for a reason.
And what kind of platforms are you releasing? You said there's 10 type of...
No, content-wise.
Content-wise.
When we have a rollout, we want to have 10 shows. Right?
Oh, amazing.
Oh,
yes.
When you see the one,
oh, yeah, right, yes.
I love
oh my
that.
God, so
we're
epic.
Gonna be on Apple,
Love it.
Google, Roku, Samsung Television, pretty all the
Wow.
platforms that you can think of.
Oh my God, so powerful.
Almost anything that you can
Love it, wow.
download on the app too.
Oh my God, so
and you know
amazing.
what?
Yes.
Like you probably had another show where it even talks about, your app, what you're trying to teach. Or
Yes,
well,
yes. Definitely, no, yeah. Definitely.
You guys must have like a tech group, right? Like a technology group that does all your app stuff. Because we have a friend, we can't name him sadly, because we have a friend that does a lot with the apps, done a lot of stuff detailed, and they spend millions and millions in this app. Yeah. And they're like trying to release it. They still haven't, but they're trying to release this app because obviously it's not as simple as like, here's an app. It takes a lot of, algorithms or whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. Sorry, I don't know if I sound dumb right now, but I'm sure it takes a lot of these guys that you have to put a lot of trust with, and you're writing these big checks. Here you go, put my app together.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. We the developers of our app are Google developers. Sorry, Google.
Amazing, right? There you go.
Took them.
Okay, yes.
No, they quit. They quit on you, Google.
Right.
Yeah. And you're exactly right. The algorithms, the coding to these, right? To not overstep into someone else's something similar, right? Because there's other streaming apps out there.
Yes.
So in order to have code that doesn't infringe into anyone else, right? Proprietary information.
Yes.
They had to think outside the box. And so they had to create an app that everyone's kind of familiar with, right? You know where your favorites are at, you know what's coming up next and all, but yet how you do it where you're not infringing into someone else's already code,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that
Yes.
was the hard part of it.
Yes.
And like you said, checks. That's really what came to help us in all this, was the ability to be able to finance their creativity for them to be able to create this app for us.
So powerful. So, you see, and that's the whole thing. See, finance. So some of you guys, let me educate you guys on what finance means. Finance, to a lot of people that are rich and wealthy, is because they utilize the tool of financing versus, hey, I'm going to use all my money, my cash.
Right.
Cash is great to have for, reserves, back end money, protection. I that's what I call, I consider cash in my bank. The reason it's there is because it's just my reserves. Everything else is moving, and it has to move, right? So financing to me means, hey, we're going to use that for our ability to grow something, therefore paying back the debt at a certain percentage, whatever that might be.
Right.
So one thing I always tell our viewers, hey, get the financing you can. If you have to get an SBA loan, if you have to apply for small loans, get partners that actually have the money. Maybe you don't have it, because there really isn't an excuse that you don't have money, because everybody can tell you that. Even we can say, oh, we don't have money for that right now. Well, the excuse is there, but what about finding other ways to create it? So in your journey, have you guys had partners, aside from both of you, where, hey, let's build this, but you're now my partner. I'm going to give you a percentage of whatever the future residuals are, but you're my partner. Maybe you're my vested partner. Some people call them general partners and limited partners and stuff like that. Do you guys have people like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have silent partners from huge firms that just believe in what we're trying to do, and they helped us with capital for the business to grow.
Definitely.
So good. We're part of the there's a membership group that we're part of called the Avengers, and it's set up by nothing but investors.
Yeah,
I know the name's cool. Huh?
Yes,
exactly. We're not wearing our masks today,
right?
But if I
our
rip open my shirt,
right? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. There you go. The Avengers.
No, but we joined them because it's just a big pool of investors. They do everything from real estate to investing in other capital forms and businesses, and that's exactly what you did. We did the same thing.
Yeah, they teach you that you can invest and you could get a loan, or sometimes you have to put out your own capital. Is something that we had to do, but it got us ahead, and being around people like this gives you so many ideas, which made us want to do our course. You know what I mean? Just by, we're going to have to write a check to create this course, but we know how much it's going to get us ahead,
Yeah.
And for you guys, I'm sure, like you said, you guys have already wrote those checks. What made you guys believe in this app and, this venture? WatchPlus, you guys are going to reach so many people, but what made you guys write that check? Or you guys were obviously meeting of the minds and you guys had to sit there and say, okay, it's time and let's go. What made you guys say, let's do this?
I think when we initially started the conversation,
yes,
we just had a fountain of ideas, and each idea kept opening to a different avenue. And then that one opened up to another avenue. And eventually we just sat and said, there's just so much potential here that at this point, it's beyond a great idea. Right. And I mean, he'll tell you, we've had conversations at 3 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Yes.
And we just continue to grow more and more with ideas on how to develop this app to be bigger than just a streaming service, right? And I think that's what gave us the confidence to want to continue to put more funding behind it.
Amazing.
Is the fact that we never lack ideas, or we never lack opportunity to grow the app to something even bigger. And I think that that's where our confidence comes from into implementing or depositing more money into the app for a bigger development.
Amazing.
Do any of you come from a very wealthy background? Or I'm sure our viewers would love to know, like, are these two just automatically rich and grew up rich, or is it something or is it something that perhaps you guys grew up in a way where it was more in poverty, maybe there wasn't a lot of income, or maybe a parent wasn't in the loop?
Yes.
We'll start with,
I love that because we're talking about Mount Olympus, we're talking about Rolls Royces, and so this is a really great question.
We'll love to know, just because I think people need to know that we all come from a humble place. We grew up poor. Yes. We weren't rich automatically. We have a Ferrari now, but it's definitely
rich in the mind, but just saying,
mentally wealthy for sure. But starting with you, Victor, like, what was your background with? Did you just grow up rich? You're some rich dude, or what's going on here?
I grew up rich and loved. You know?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Love
Okay.
that. Love that.
My mom just gave me all the love I needed in the world to feel like I could just do anything.
Yes.
And but no, I mean financially, I was born, raised in Mexico. Thankfully, like my both sides of the family are like they do their own thing. They're from lawyers who have their own firms, you know, people who are doctors, etc.
Amazing.
You know, but then, you know, there's always like you know, somebody in the family that didn't do well. So then thankfully my mom, she just played every role. She was mom and dad. You know?
Okay, got it.
And then she just kept skyrocketing in business, and then we moved up here and then just kind of started from scratch though. She gave up everything that she had down there, and we started from scratch from sleeping in, you know, my mom, my brother and I sleeping in somebody's bedroom, you know, where we were like that for a few years. Just I don't know, just things like that. Obviously, you know, seeing friends who would get, you know, like the scooters or things like that. And
yes,
like, oh,
yes.
I can't have it. I get one pair of shoes every year. You know,
yes,
like that.
Totally relate.
So now, but I knew that it was possible.
Wow.
And in my mind, I always wanted to reach a level of wealth to take care of my family, so I could be the one that, you know, they could rely on.
Wow.
So that was my motivation. That was my background.
Okay, wonderful,
beautiful.
What's your story, Walter?
Similar. Definitely no family money. Payless shoes at some point.
Yes.
Same thing with my mom, pretty much playing the mom and dad role. And she was in accounting. And so I guess I got a love for numbers by proxy, since I loved her so much. And seeing her happy in accounting got me involved with numbers. And same thing, just the not having or striving so hard for very little, I guess, just gives you that hunger, right? To want more out of life. And exactly like what Vic said, help the family out over everything. I, you know, wanted to give my mom everything that she didn't have.
Yes.
Because she sacrificed it in order to give it to us. So I have two other sisters. So imagine one person having to finance for three kids and all. So I'm sure it was very difficult for her. And I'm very appreciative of everything that she did, because she would go to school, come home, cook for us, get us ready for the next day, and make sure that we were at school. I remember she would, like, with her last $5, give it to me for lunch, right? For school.
Yes.
And so all that, I think, was just like something that I observed. And I just wanted to reciprocate all that right back to him. So I think that's
powerful.
Where my hunger came from.
Wow.
Amazing,
So viewers, check this out. So listen to what Victor and Walter said. They came from a very low income family background, and they have created this wealth from nothing, just hard work, staying close to their heart, listen to their moms and family, and doing whatever was necessary to grow. And Mount Olympus, driving freaking insane cars. And we're in Beverly Hills. We're in Hollywood in this crazy studio. But why? Because we have a reason. We have this
Mm-hmm.
urge to just do better. Like nothing was like spoon fed to us.
Right.
And that's really the biggest part and take that I get from both of you guys is you guys are not here just flaunting. You guys are creating. You guys are changing history from Mexico and from LA. I grew up in LA myself too. And we're changing the way people see us from the background that we came in from. And obviously we want the same for our kids, but that's just some powerful stuff. Like everybody can do these things, you know?
Definitely. I love that. And also knowing that you both are from Mexico, you know, the WatchPlus, is that definitely going to be tailored to the Mexican community, the Hispanic community as well?
That's so funny.
So we have one of the shows is we have one show that is will take place in Mexico.
Amazing.
And there's this. Shout out to Brian.
Hey, Brian. Shout out.
He's gonna take bigger leaps here.
Amazing.
We're gonna structure. We have another plan that I don't know if we can talk about.
Oh my God, I think I know what it is, but I don't. You know.
But
say it.
It's going to be a major takeover.
Oh wow!
And,
I feel what it is. I don't know why.
Keyword
but like,
takeover.
You know,
Keyword
like
takeover.
because I know it's
Let's go.
needed. So I think I know what you're trying to say
this.
here.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be it's exciting.
Oh my God, I'm
Nice.
already
So
excited.
the thing is, like, it's not just. I mean,
Mhm.
it's not just gonna be Mexico. It's gonna be a
Yes.
big country. You
Nice.
We're international as well.
Oh my God,
And but yeah, I mean, that's it's just exciting.
that's
Wow.
so exciting.
That is epic.
And it's so epic because a lot of apps, a lot of websites, or individuals who create these type of companies or developments, they're just not able to go outside of, like, let's say America, or if you're in China, you're only allowed to stay in
Yeah.
China. So for you to say that you're going worldwide, I mean, that is so epic. Like you said, epic.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
And so think about it. So
Yes.
there's people doing social media all over the world, right?
Yes.
Well, they're in Mexico. They're doing social media. Right?
Yes.
There's,
Of course.
There's people who are huge down there.
Yes.
I mean, there's gonna be big things. Now.
Mhm.
It's
Oh
exciting.
my God.
100%.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't ask too
And
deep
then-
of a
and then
question.
Everyone's show, whether it's done
Yes.
here in
Yes.
China, etc.
Right.
We're gonna have subtitles so everyone around the world can watch and understand. And,
So
you know, and then
powerful.
eventually one of
Mhm.
our mottos is like not just watch but create. You know. and
Yeah,
just
oh
get
my
inspired to,
God.
like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Because when you go on Netflix, it's like Netflix and chill, or I'm gonna
Yeah.
chill and I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
But like,
Netflix and chill,
yes.
watch and create.
Wow,
All right,
watch
there you
and
go.
create.
Okay, we heard the
watch
slogan.
and
It's done.
create.
Yeah.
And like that's what the world needs like nowadays is creators, people who are moving, working, doing something with their lives.
Right.
Not just sorry Netflix, but not just Netflixing and chilling. You know, like
Yeah.
we need people who are out there, you know, putting in work.
So question, guys. What does the future look like? So right now we're 2023. We're in January 15th, day after
Right.
Valentine's, right? So, Victor, you've done a lot already with your life. How old are you, anyways? Can I even ask?
20,
20, 22?
right?
22.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I'm 33.
There you
33,
go, there you
all
go.
right.
Loves it.
Nice. So, question for you. So you're 33 years old. You've created a name. You have a brand. You're verified. You look like you have things going on that are going forward. What are you looking at by the end of the year? What does the new Victor look like, and what did you look like 5 years from now?
By the end of the year, better have put on more muscle.
Okay, there you
Okay,
go.
so there's
there you go.
gains there.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so there's physical parts. Okay.
There you go, there you go.
Okay, I don't blame
Love
you.
it.
But Victor by the end of the year just wants to. Victor by the end of the year will be excited to see the platform we have built and sharing it with everyone.
Okay.
You know,
Love
the
that.
experiences of like
Amazing.
premieres and etc.
Wow.
Just like everything we can do 5 years down the line. Have elaborated on this, created something bigger and other things. I can't say what that will be yet because I haven't thought of it.
Amazing.
Okay.
We
Yes.
haven't thought of it.
There you go.
All right,
Yes.
all right.
Yes.
I love it.
That. Love that.
Walter, how about yourself?
Hopefully, more games.
Yes.
There
Yes.
you
Right.
go.
Yeah. The
Why is it that
games,
we
the
all want games?
Same
Why
here.
do we
Same
all
here.
want games in it?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
why?
You know.
We're
you know.
gonna do another podcast at the end of the year.
And
with
we're
the-
all
with
gonna
the
have games. We'll all have games.
Oh,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
no
Just
shirts,
on.
just
Oh,
games.
yeah, the no shirts.
Just
the no
flexing.
shirts.
Legitimate now.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We're gonna have to
Hey,
do
just
this.
Watching, you know, you gotta put me on
Same.
there.
You know. Same.
Yeah, but obviously I'd like love to see the full development of the app, premieres to see. We're going for at least 30 different shows by the end of the year.
Wow.
Amazing.
So I would
30.
love to be
Wow.
finishing project number 30 by the
Okay.
end of the year.
Wow.
That's the goal.
Wow.
So far.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
What's
Love
what's the concept of each one? Is there a particular arena of type of is it music? Is it cinematic? Is it a movie? Is it like a series?
So we have features,
Okay.
and we have TV series, and we have different kind of shows where it does have music, like Vic said earlier, cars, a little bit of everything. right?
Okay.
Because again, all the creators bring their own different genre and flow and chemistry to whatever art they're creating. Right?
Yes.
And we don't want to limit it, and we don't want to
Mhm.
just put certain genres or certain categories to certain
Mm.
content that would like limit certain people or cap certain people's creativity. We're a platform where if you can create it, come watch it. You know, and,
Love
and
that.
Let's see what the app itself evolves to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I have a question. So you guys are going up against, sharks. You guys are the new sharks of the industry, but you guys are going up against huge sharks. Like, how do you do that? How do you, not be scared? Because some of our viewers, some of them can't even think of, I'm going to close 1 or 2 deals in real estate because, it's hard to them. They can't go out there and make it happen. Like, what do you guys do differently? Like, how are you guys going to be seen in this world of Netflix and all these huge players out there, the sharks? How are you guys going to, set yourself different? Like,
I want to say that I think anyone who is in, no matter what they're doing, real estate, etc., they shouldn't compare themselves to others and like what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Somebody might be closing a bigger home than they might be at the moment, but you should be excited for them because that'll make you excited in itself, and it'll get you there.
Yes.
So we are not scared of Netflix, and we're not scared of Hulu and all those platforms.
Love that.
We're actually excited for them. We hope they continue to thrive.
Yes.
And we just hope to get to their level. So we're not thinking, are we going to be compared or something? No, we're individuals.
Love that.
We're ourselves.
Love that. Oh my God. So powerful.
That's so good.
And that's why even like your slogan is create. Like right there, that word create. That's what you guys are doing different. You guys, you let us create.
And that's huge because we run into a lot of like different celebrities, right? Some of them don't use Instagram at all, and they're huge. They make millions, if not billions, and we run into some that are huge on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. So it's true. There's no reason to compare, because just because we're not verified or you are, it doesn't change the fact that maybe we may be ahead or at the same level playing ground, but just we're doing it differently.
Right.
And it's not like a requirement to have exactly the same component of each person's business, because that might not be my advice. I might not need to be verified, right? Like Bobby Castro's not verified, and he's a billionaire.
Right, exactly.
Like, so it's not he doesn't care about that stuff.
He's verified in a different world.
He's verified.
Verified in the bank account.
Right, in the bank account for sure.
Yeah. But I ask because there are just so many haters out there. You know what I mean? There are haters, and you guys are going up against huge sharks, and sometimes these huge sharks have a lot of power, and it does, sometimes they're haters. I'm not saying that these companies are, but you just never know, and that stops a lot of people because there's haters out there. Right. But I believe we have the same concept in real estate and mortgage. There are so many others that are doing so much better than us. We're doing amazing, but there are other people who are doing amazing, and we are there to say, hey, keep doing amazing. We're inspired by you. We're not trying to take anyone's business. If they have the business, is because they're doing the best. They're the ones that are creating, right? And that's why they have that business. And we're also creating, and we're doing the best that we can, and that's why we have the business we have. But there's so much business out there, and we love rooting for the other big sharks that are out there. Just like you said, you're not scared of any company, anybody who's so big out there. We're not either. We're in the top 10 in mortgages of all the United States, and we're rooting for number one. We're like, keep going, keep being number one, and we'll be there too. And so
for us, the whole purpose of these podcasts are to collaborate and meet more people. Obviously we want to hear from your story. We gain knowledge from it, and I'm sure hopefully we give you some feedback. Who are these two dudes? What are they giving us as far as in return? So we love to share, and then in that we share with our viewers too, that everything's definitely not limitless. Everybody can reach far and wide. But I feel like these are the reasons of why we keep going and why we do what we do, because we love to share that insight to everybody. And I think at the end, it's just, that's what's really important to us, is knowing that when you leave, you're like, oh, now I know Eli and Mike, or now I know Walter and Victor. We know each other. We're going to cross each other in the street. Everybody runs into somebody. For some reason, I don't know why, I run into somebody in the street. I know you. From somewhere,
It's a small world.
It's a small world, but at the same time, it's kind of like we love to participate in these social clubs, right? Like this is kind of like a little social club.
Yes.
Because we want to go home and be like, hey, I did something different. But you know what? And it takes me back to the whole, we started working. We have our personal assistant that helps us with putting things on calendar, and we're starting to find ourselves so busy because now we're focused on the calendar. Like we're so focused that we have so many different things lined up. And that just tells me like those people that are sleeping in, they're not going to the gym. They're not doing what you both are doing out there, hustling, creating content apps and all this stuff. that I'm sure it's not fascinating. You don't wake up, let's go work on that app. Yay, I'm excited. It's like, damn, I got to get to work. I need it to release. So, and it's the same thing for all of us. Like, we have to fill our calendar up so much so that at the end, we know that the day was utilized in the most resourceful way. Do you guys feel the same way? Like, is your calendar so full that you're like, there's no way you're barely even fitting in time for your son in there? Because it's hard for us to even fit time for our kids, and we love our kids, and I know they're watching, but it's hard sometimes. So I'm sure you run through those challenges too, right?
Right. All the time with Vic, right? We're always trying to figure our calendars out, and we try to squeeze ourselves in. I usually leave Sunday for my son, and there has been some times where I've had to call him and say, hey boy, I can't make it this Sunday for A or B reason.
Right.
And lucky for me, I have his full support, so he'll go and say, Dad, go kill it.
Right.
Call me after, let me know how it went, let me know how it goes.
Right.
And he's always there to like push me to the next level. So Sundays I try to leave for him, but like you said, the calendar is always packed. We always try to make room for it.
Right.
And you just have to be maneuverable, right?
Yeah.
You have to be able to be fluid to some of the situations and try to squeeze as much as you can from every hour.
Yes, pivoting.
And that's parenting to me. Like, it's better to, at least you're honest to yourself. Some people think of it as, I know people that think, oh, you only see your son once a day. Like, that's not enough. Right. And because I know people that are like, I'm in front of my son's face every day. I'm like, but you're working that 9-to-5 job. Right. And there's nothing to say wrong, but it just tells you that you're just doing the enough.
Right. The 8 hours doesn't compare to what 24 hours.
24 hours schedule, right?
Exactly.
It's just not real. There's no connection there to an extent, but that's the whole thing, right? Like, we're these entrepreneurs, and a lot of viewers that we have, that's their thing. Like, everybody wants to do something different. Nobody likes their 9-to-5 jobs. There's nobody. They want to do something different and creative, and I think that's really the perspective that we're all headed.
It's always go, 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 and obviously for someone who does not have kids, how do you find time for yourself to recalibrate yourself?
Do you have time for yourself?
Oh, yeah, I make time for myself.
Because when you don't have kids, sometimes you forget that, you have to like take care of yourself. You're your kid, you know what I mean? So like, what do you do? Yeah. What do you do for yourself to keep you going like this?
Wow. I mean, you said it all right. I just, one thing that I do for myself daily that I don't miss out is my fitness and my nutrition. So if I keep in my sleep, those three things daily, I don't miss a beat on that. I make either things work around that, or I'll make those things work around my schedule.
Love
but
it.
I don't miss those things to keep me sane, keep me feeling good, keep me going. Because whenever you're starting a company, right, all of us, anything comes from left and right, and something you don't expect it, right? And then you might get that phone call you don't want to take, but you do it, or something like that. Right?
Relatable,
so
for sure.
I make time for myself in those ways every single day, just to keep being able to keep going forward.
Love it. Nutrition, sleep, fitness, it's all so important. We can't do anything without it. And that's the same for us, non-negotiable. We were
definitely
at the Beverly Hills Hotel today. We were just taking a little time for ourselves, and like, you don't want to go to the gym when you're like at like a hotel where you're supposed to be enjoying, but we're like, we have to go to the gym.
It's enjoyable to us now. I feel like it's part
enjoyable.
of life now. Like, we go to gym to be able to actually fulfill the day. If we skip it, like, I'm sure you feel the same way, Victor. If you don't work out, if you didn't work out this morning, or unless you work out at night, you feel like something's wrong. The day's gone. Like, it's a waste of a day. Like, and that's right.
And like I mean, like I said, fitness, nutrition, all that stuff. Sleep.
And sleep is so important.
Stuff is like huge.
Oh my God.
Where I just I always say I sleep for a purpose. I eat for a purpose, and that kind of revolves around the workouts and stuff. So and everything, so it all has a purpose.
Yes.
And like you said, if you I try not to miss a day.
If I do,
I'll make it up.
Oh, there you go. Make it up. Yeah. Okay, love that. And sleep is just so important. I know. Those three topics are so important, but one that I believe is so important is sleep, because like you said, as entrepreneurs, sometimes we're just going, and we forget. Sometimes you're sleeping three hours, literally 2 hours. And I know if you look it up, it's like not having sleep sometimes is even worse than being drunk.
It truly is.
So like, okay, maybe there's days where I'm working so hard and I only got 2 hours of sleep, but how good am I really performing? So yes, I'm a hard worker, but is the performance there? And if I don't take care of myself and if I don't get enough sleep, then all that 24 hours of work that us as entrepreneurs do, it's like it's not worth it if you're not doing the right work.
We've actually I had to do this before. This was before we met. I had somebody come to the office one day and they were like, "Oh, I only slept like 2 hours." It was right about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And they were just done. I'm like, "You're not even here." I told them, "Go home, sleep for 4 hours, and come back. Your job's fine. I know what you went through, but go home and sleep." Like sometimes you got to do that to your people too and tell them, "Go sleep." Because it's true. Yes. You're like mentally drunk, not necessarily drunk, like you're doing crazy things, but you're mentally not able to perform. I mean, I don't even know how they drove here.
You can't even retain numbers, nothing.
Right.
No matter how many coffees you drink, it just doesn't work, right? But hey, so guys, thank you so much for watching this podcast. Our amazing guests, Victor Garibay and also Walter Otoniel. Yeah. I got it. So they privileged us by being in this podcast and honored us by their presence. So if you guys want to follow them, we have at Victor Garibay on the back, and yours is Saint Lawalt.
Saint Lawalt.
Yeah. Saint Lawalt. It doesn't have the dot.
It does.
It does have it. Okay, got it. Just making sure there was no imperfection. So, guys, watch this podcast completely. We're going to be releasing some reels, but I appreciate you guys watching this, and I appreciate you guys being here with us.
Love it. Can we find you guys anywhere else? Is there anywhere else we can find you guys?
Love it.
You're on TikTok too.
TikTok, Twitter. I love Twitter.
Love it.
Anywhere.
And look out for the premiere, right?
We're going to follow you.
Yes, WatchPlus. We'll look out for the premiere for that, right?
I'll be there.
Yes.
Oh my God, no kidding.
Yes.
So
yes, the
we're
collaboration works.
We'll be live. We'll all be live.
So we'll plan for end of the year podcast, like catch up, And
I love
then,
that.
And then you guys will be at the premiere.
I can't wait. You guys heard it. We're invited.
Premiere.
Thanks, guys. Bye.